Hello, team. We are not live today. This is my first time trying this new format out. This is episode one, cycle three. I'm very proud to be here, and this is the first class of the season. Every year, I like to start with this class because if you are speaking English as a second language, and you are going to be speaking in English, there is a good chance you don't know the person. So you will probably have to introduce yourself. And what we're going to see today, it works even in your own language. But uh, our goal is to, remove some of that anxiety, the stress involved with not just speaking English, but presenting yourself. I remember when more than once throughout my life, at work, at school, it's like, oh, let's everybody introduce ourselves, and you don't really know what to say. So what we're going to do today is find an easy peasy lemon squeezy way of presenting yourself whenever the occasion should appear. All right. I'm testing this out, so this might be a little bit awkward, but don't worry. Like I always do, I will practice until I get it right. So I always start with my introduction. I'm not going to read through it. If you're watching this video, you have the PDF. But this is just to get you prepared for this cycle, for this class, and a couple of memes. I'm a wrestling fan, so it was a good meme to include. And your warm up. What are three ways people reference you? I already started wrong. Three ways. It's good. You'll have some. We'll be able to cut some of these mistakes and make a video later. But what are three ways people reference you? Each group, each person might know you a different way. I have friends in Lagoa Santa. They might know one version of me. I have my friends here in Belo Horizonte. I have friends in New York. There's a grocery store. I like to buy sunflower sprouts there. It's the only grocery store I know that has sunflower sprouts. They might know me as the guy who buys sunflower sprouts. They don't even know my name, but if they see me, they know who I am. That is my connection to them. The people in my neighborhood, I walk my dog, Ozzy, 3 times a day. So, for example, there's a bunch of taxi drivers on the block. They might know me as the guy with the bulldog. So, to my students, I'm John, the English teacher. To Patrice's friends and family, I'm Patrice's husband. So you are known various ways to different groups. Your first exercise is to think of at least three ways that people reference you. A good way for you to imagine this is if somebody said, using me as an example, oh, you know John? And then you say, what John? Oh, John, the English teacher. Oh, John, Patrice's husband. So what is your version of that? Think of at least three. If you can think of more, even better. If you stop for like a day, you'll think of like 100. So don't worry about that. But there's a reason for this, and you will see in our next exercise. Our next exercise is called Inigo Montoya. He is a character from a movie called The Princess Bride, and he gave one of the most efficient and memorable introductions that I can think of. Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Now, I hope you're not saying something like that, but we can take away the method that he used. Remember, when you're giving an introduction, you're not there to tell your whole life story. Start with a polite greeting. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, hi, whatever you feel comfortable with. My name is John. I am John. Again, there's no wrong answer to this. But for this, let's say it's good evening. My name is John. Your relevant connection. So let's say that I am speaking with a client for my company. Oh, I am the sales representative for X company. Maybe you're going on an interview. Oh, hello, I have been working as a teacher for over 10 years. Maybe you're going to be presenting a meeting inside the company. I'm here. Oh, I'm the data analyst responsible for this project. Whatever connections, maybe the person goes, okay, that's who's speaking. Okay, now I understand. Last up, why are you there? It does not have to be a huge, long introduction. The biggest mistake that I see with my students is they'll start, hi, I'm John. And then all of a sudden, it's my favorite pizza is this. I have a dog. I have a daughter. I've lived in this place. Once I lived there, I crossed the street 10 times a day, and you give too much information. Leave that for later. Your goal with the introduction is to relieve the anxiety, to make it so that you feel confident for the rest of the conversation. Soccer players, when they get on the field, the first thing they do, let's say it's a sub, they hit the other player's hands, they get on, they pray, they touch the grass, they kiss their necklace, they have a ritual that makes them feel comfortable, ready for the game. Matthew McConaughey, one of my favorite actors, whenever he's going to give a presentation, he gets up and he says, all right, all right, all right. He does this because it's the first step of the dance. It's to make him feel comfortable so that he feels prepared for what comes next. If you are introducing yourself in English, it's probably a situation that's at least a tiny bit stressful. So let's see if we can get rid of as much of that stress as possible. So A, polite greeting. Hello, I'm John. Relevant connection. I am the this. Let's say that this can be for an informal situation. Let's say that I go to Patricia's city, Capelinha. Hi, I'm John. I'm Patricia's husband. Why are you there? It's nice to meet you. Let's grab a beer, whatever it is. Keep it simple, short and sweet. Later, you can add any information that is necessary. So, I gave 3 practice examples, a warm-up, a quick one. Imagine you're presenting yourself to your English class. A second one. This I would recommend you take the most seriously, a formal introduction. Be as specific about the situation as possible. What does this mean? I am there for an interview for the position at Microsoft that I wanted. One second. This is all new. I don't know if this is going to appear. They just tried to kick me out of the meeting because I'm by myself. It's not true. I'm with you guys. And last up, a light introduction. Maybe you're on a trip. Or maybe, like I just gave you the example, where you're at a party. The A, B, C still works. Polite greeting, relevant connection. Why are you there? Here it's explained a little bit differently. If you prefer this method, that's fine as well. The goal is to simplify this process. You know the first step of the dance, the second and the third step will come easy. Objective 2, to reminisce about some stories. So, first impressions. First impressions, they always leave us with some good stories. The first day of school, first day of work, probably a little bit nervous. I heard some great stories this week. I don't know if I can share them, so you guys are going to have to think up your own stories. I'm going to start asking my students if I can share their stories, because I heard some good ones this week. When you met someone who became a close friend, oftentimes you don't like the person when you meet them, but later on you end up becoming close friends. When you met your in-laws, your mother-in-law, your father-in-law, your sister-in-law, whoever it is, it's usually a situation with some pressure. When you met somebody new, or whatever you can think of. Anytime you have a first impression, what we're looking for is some stories so that you can practice your English. Remember the 3 pillars: what you know, what's new. In this case, it's kind of both. So you know this, it was a new situation when it happened. And if it's funny, if you enjoy it, even better. The next up. Conversation starters. These are just questions that can generate some conversation. Grab a partner and ask them one. Let me see. Number 4. What is the weather like in your city around New Year's? Something I always liked about Brazil is that it always rains on the first. It kind of washes away the last year and gets you prepared for the next one. Here's the expression of the week: rain or shine. Remember, I include some links. Just click on it. I'm not going to do that because it's going to remove the screen. But rain or shine, it's something that you do no matter what. So what is something you will do this year, rain or shine? I will continue with my English course, rain or shine. Number 9 is always a juicier, a more polemic question. Have you ever left a bad impression? And our challenge. Guys, this is important. Don't just be, oh yeah, I want to improve my English. That doesn't tell us anything. It doesn't give us a goal. So in one sentence, write down your English goal for the year. I want to be able to understand my favorite series without subtitles. I want to feel confident when I go into a meeting that my English is prepared. I want to feel comfortable when I travel to the United States that I will be able to speak English. Does not matter. I want it in one sentence. Okay? Extra credit. If I say I'm going to run a half marathon this year, and I will run a half marathon, what's the difference? I'm not going to spoil this. It's a little bit below, but I'm not going to show it. And the bonus round, here's just an article that I found interesting about overcoming a bad impression. Bad first impression. Team, that's it. Grab a partner, practice. There's no secret to this. And, I will be here doing my part. Team, thank you. I will see you in class.